Good evening, everyone, and thank you for taking the time to join our first town hall of the year. This is our first town hall of this fiscal year. The goal of this town hall is to hear from our members. This is going to be a very laid back, informal event. Please feel free to come off of mute anytime to ask any questions or make comments or express any concerns that you have. The key focus here is really to hear from you all. And we do plan on having these town halls at least twice or 3 times a year because we want to give as many opportunities for alumni to engage with us as possible. We always want to hear your questions, your concerns, your comments. If you do not feel comfortable asking them live, feel free to continue to submit them through the survey that was sent out in advance, or reach out to us anytime. Send us an email, message us on social media, call or text us via the cell phone number that we utilize. So we're happy to help in any way. As far as the agenda for this event, we are going to give a brief overview of DSUAA. We see a lot of familiar faces on the call, but just in case for those that might be new members or might watch the recording back online as first-time members, we want to just give them a quick overview of the Alumni Association. We'll then go into questions and comments that we received from the survey. So a survey link was sent out in advance of this event, and we requested that if you didn't feel comfortable asking something live, or just if you aren't able to make the event, you do submit those questions and comments in advance, and we'll go ahead and address as many of those as possible during this event. And then we're going to do a few demonstrations. We're going to walk through the DSUAA website. We frequently get questions about, well, how can I get access to this? Or where can I find this link? It's available through our website. So we're going to walk everyone through that. As well as our member portal, we get questions. How can I update my information? How can I submit my payment of dues? We're going to walk everyone through how to utilize the member portal and then the discount portal as well. We did hold a forum last year showing how to maneuver the discount portal, but we'll take just a couple minutes as part of this forum to recap some of those key functions of that discount portal. And then to close out the event, we're going to open it up again for questions from the audience. So at any time, everyone is able to take yourselves off of mute. So at any time, please feel free to step in or raise your hand and provide a question or comment. We'll be happy to respond to that live, but we will at the end also provide just an open forum. So at this time, we scroll down. I am going to ask the members of the leadership team, please let me know if there's any questions that are hands that are raised or any questions in the chat box, as I'm unable to see them at this time. So about the Delaware State University Alumni Association, we are an organization of graduates, former students, faculty, staff, parents, and loved ones. There's an opportunity for pretty much anyone to join the Alumni Association. Our goal is to support the university in achieving its mission and goals. And we do that by supporting university programs, providing student scholarships, and uniting all members by having different activities and events which members can participate in. Anytime the university has a program, we try to spread awareness of that event so that others can support. And then we, as a leadership team, also strive to support those events and activities. Providing student scholarships. During the last fiscal year, we provided just under $25,000 in scholarships to students. So that's a big aspect of DSUAA. And then again, the different events and activities that we have to unite all of our members. The current leadership team is team building bridges, and our areas of focus are outreach and engagement. Outreach, we want to continue to spread awareness of DSUAA. We're learning more and more that some alumni are not members because they just do not know the Alumni Association exists. So we want to continue to spread awareness of the Alumni Association and how members can be a part. And then engagement. For those of you who are members, we want to make sure you are enjoying your experience being a part of the Alumni Association. So by having events like this, we're able to get that direct feedback, but we constantly are looking for feedback so we can make adjustments to ensure you are enjoying your experience. And then this is the second term that we've been elected, and 2 additional focus areas for the second term specifically are growth and expansion. Growth, we want to continue to see more members join the Alumni Association. And then expansion, we want to continue to grow the Alumni Association when it comes to where our members are located. We have several local chapters and affinity groups located up and down the East Coast. We just rechartered a West Coast chapter, but there's a lot of areas in between that we'd love to see more chapters created in. So why join DSUAA? Well, from the jump, as soon as you pay your dues, you are going to receive a gift from the Alumni Association, a token of appreciation, so that you know that we do not take it lightly that you are providing funds to the Alumni Association. For those of you who have already either paid your dues or renewed your dues for this fiscal year, we actually just completed the first mailing, so your token of appreciation is on its way to you, and we hope you enjoy. By joining the Alumni Association, you do give back to the university. As part of that $50 that are the annual dues paid each year, $10 of that automatically goes back to the university through our scholarship accounts. There's plenty of opportunities to engage and connect with alumni by being a part of the Alumni Association, whether it's by joining a local chapter, so you're connecting with alumni right in your local backyard, or whether it's participating in different virtual events or at homecoming and other events that we'll have throughout the year. Stay informed of university events and activities. We're constantly sending emails to alumni. We're constantly posting on our social media pages different events and activities that the university is hosting that all are welcome to participate in. Interact with current students, faculty, and staff. This bullet is bolded because we are now partnering with the student organization, which we announced at the national convention. The students reached out to DSUAA, said that they want to partner by creating an organization, a student-run organization on campus that is going to work hand in hand with the Alumni Association. So when we have this bullet of interacting with current students, there are even more opportunities now to engage directly with that organization of students and the rest of the student body through being a member of DSUAA. We're constantly providing different networking and business building opportunities. We've done author features for those of you who are published authors. We want to continue to promote the businesses that our alumni own and operate. A new discount benefit was launched last year, and we are going to review that benefit as part of this forum a little later. But there's a discount benefit that's of no cost. By you being a member of the Alumni Association, you automatically are able to take advantage of this benefit. And so that's discounts on travel, food, entertainment. You can really obtain a lot of savings by utilizing this benefit. And then, of course, those that are Class A, so alumni members of the association, you do have the opportunity to vote on key initiatives of the Alumni Association, and the majority of those votes take place at the national convention each year. And then as you receive your membership cards for this year, or life members, you already have your life membership card. When you show that at the bookstore, they do honor it and recognize by giving you a 10% discount at the bookstore. So these are just some of the several benefits of why you should join the Delaware State University Alumni Association. This slide has a few of the past events that we've held at the national level. Our local chapters do outstanding work as well, holding several events and activities. When we're on this slide, I just want to mention if there's events and activities that you're interested in that you haven't seen us provide in the past, please share that feedback with us, because we'd love to continue to be creative and come up with new events and activities that will meet the needs of our members. How do you join? You join by paying your membership dues. The annual dues are $50 for alumni members, but if you're not an alum and maybe you're faculty, staff, parent, loved one, there is a dues paying option of just $25 for you to be a member of the Alumni Association. Our bylaws define an alumni as someone who attended the university for just a semester. So if you attended the university and let's say you didn't finish your studies, or you transferred to another institution, you are still welcome to be a member of the Alumni Association. There is also a life member option. We do have several life members on the call, so thank you all for your support, and thank you everyone really for your support. But our life members completed a payment of $1,000. That life membership dues, once it's completed, you do not have to pay dues really ever again. So as part of that life member option, which is $1,000, you do have the opportunity to make payments. It's any number of payments of any amount, as long as that $1,000 dues is completed over a time period of 3 years. Recent graduates, so the class of 2023 receives a first free year of membership. So if you know any class of 2023 graduates, please send them our way. They're able to register through our membership portal to take advantage of the first year completely free. We want to engage with them. On the slide, we have the link to our membership portal. Through this portal, and we'll show it in just a few minutes, you have the option of setting up automated, or we can call them prepay options. And what occurs is on the first of the new fiscal year, so that would be July 1st, your card or your payment option, it would automatically be charged your membership dues. So if you're worried about maybe forgetting to pay your dues, or you're not sure of when the timing is, just select to utilize the automatic payment option. And then on the first date of the new fiscal year, you would be charged your membership dues. So these are the local chapters and affinity groups that we currently have in the Alumni Association. And again, the affinity groups as well as the local chapters, everyone is really doing a lot of outstanding work through the events, the activities, the community service, the scholarships. Several local chapters are providing significant scholarships to students from their local areas. So how do you join a local chapter? You can reach out to their chapter presidents or the affinity group presidents. Their contact information is on this slide. Let them know that you're interested. They'll give you the information of how to pay your local dues or your affinity group dues. There is no location restriction when it comes to being a part of a local chapter. And what we mean by that is, let's say I live in Florida and I'm a part of the Florida chapter. If I am, let's say, originally from Sussex County, and I wanted to also be a part of the Sussex County chapter, I could pay the local dues of both of those chapters. In order to start a new local chapter or a new affinity group, we just need 10 financial members. So those are 10 alumni or 10 people who have paid their national dues, who are, for a local chapter, consolidated in a local area, or for an affinity group, they have a common interest or goal. As long as we meet that minimum of 10 people, and then they work with us to establish bylaws, we can then create a new local chapter or a new affinity group. So if you're in an area that's not currently represented on this chart, please reach out to us. We'd love to work with you in hopefully establishing a new local chapter or a new affinity group. We constantly get the question of how can we be more involved? How can a member be more involved? You can do that by, of course, joining a local chapter or joining an affinity group, but also by joining a committee. So on this slide, we list all of the current committee options available, whether it's membership, you want to help grow the association or help ensure that members are engaged, whether it's scholarships, we need a scholarship committee, right, who reviews all the applicants that we receive and selects the amount that those scholars receive and if they're eligible. We have an outreach committee, so we do a lot of community service. Last year, we had a big toy drive in Wilmington. We're doing more community service events this year. Student engagement, that's again pivotal, right? Because it's critical, because we want to engage with the students. Students who engage with alumni, when they graduate, they then also want to give back. And so we also have a recent graduates committee, a bylaws committee. Communications, again, we're big on social media. We also send a newsletter once a month, and then we constantly sending email communication as well. So if you'd like to assist with that, please reach out and join the communications committee. And then we do have a finance and fundraising committee that's available for someone to join as well. If there's a committee that you have an idea for that might not be listed here, please also feel free to reach out to us and we can work and see if that would be a good fit for the Alumni Association. So we just have a couple more slides left. Upcoming events. National is hosting a recruitment training with the university's Office of Admissions. That is taking place on Tuesday, August 1st. It's going to be via Microsoft Teams. So they're going to give us a lot of great resources and guidance on how we can recruit Hornets into the Hornet family. And then as part of homecoming this year, we've already started to promote our big Back on the Yard, the show scholarship fundraiser event. So definitely want to encourage everyone to check out that. Tickets are available for purchase. And then on the slide, we also have several local chapters that have some great events coming up. The Newcastle County chapter has their 40th anniversary scholarship luncheon that's coming up in August. The Philadelphia chapter has a cookout coming up in August. We have the Greater Washington chapter that's having a scholarship crab feast, which is actually next Friday. The Sussex County chapter is hosting the university's band at the Rehoboth Beach event at the end of August. And then the Charlotte chapter is also participating in a cookout that is taking place in August. So these are just some of the upcoming events over the next few weeks, but constantly please stay connected to our social media pages, check out our newsletter. We're going to keep you updated on the different events and activities that are coming up. Okay, and then so last but not least, let's stay connected, right? This is our first membership forum, but again, want to reiterate that this is not the only time you can reach out and provide feedback to the leadership team. So the email address is here. We have a website that we'll go through Today, that's listed here. My cell is listed on here, so feel free to text or call anytime. And then we are connected on all social media platforms. So Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and we even have a TikTok. So please connect with us on social media. And then if you scan this QR code will take you to our Join It member portal. So if you have not yet paid your dues, you'd like to either join or renew your dues, you can scan that QR code or use that link on this slide to take you to that portal. So at this time, what we're going to do is we're going to transition. There's frequently asked questions that we receive from members, and then next we'll have a few slides on the feedback and questions that were provided or submitted in advance to the survey link. So just wanted to pause here in case there were any current questions or comments before we continue. Okay, thank you, everyone. So the first frequently, oh, yes, Ms. Dunning?
You're on mute.
Are we supposed to sign in anywhere for this meeting?
No, we will take attendance.
Okay, and I do have a couple other questions after you finish this. I'll do that later. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Dunning. Okay, so frequently asked questions. How often are national dues? National dues are paid once a year. The fiscal year for the Alumni Association starts July 1st and runs until June 30th of the following year. So we just started a new fiscal year on July 1st. So dues are just paid once. If you've already paid your dues after July 1st, you are good to go until June 30th. The next question, is a life member still required to pay annual dues? The response is no. Once you complete that $1,000 membership dues, you are not required to provide any payments on an annual basis. We, of course, will accept donations, right? So if you'd like to make donations after you completed your membership dues, that's great, right? We welcome donations, but you are not required to pay annual dues anymore once you complete your life membership. Is it possible to be a member of a local chapter and not be financial at the national level? So the answer is yes, but I will share, in order to be considered a financial member of the Alumni Association, you must have paid your national dues. So you are able to join a local chapter by paying the local chapter dues, but if you do not pay your national dues, you will not be considered a financial member of the national level. If you join a local chapter, I want to encourage you to pay national dues, right, to be considered financial, because you're also doing your local chapter a disservice. When a local chapter reports their number of members, they can only report the members of their local chapter who have paid their national dues, because those are the only, I guess, true legit members of the Alumni Association who are financial. And then I guess to piggyback off of that question, you are able to be a financial member at the national level and not be a financial member at the local level. So you are not required to be a member of a local chapter, although we highly encourage that you do join a local chapter or affinity group. Is there a payment plan for dues? There is not a payment plan for dues when it comes to the annual $50 dues, but there is a payment plan for dues for the life member dues. So for that $1,000 membership payment, you can make as many payments as you'd like of any amount, as long as the full $1,000 is paid in a 3-year time frame. And then the last question under frequently asked questions, is National DSUAA and the DSU Alumni Relations Office the same? The answer is no. We are completely separate. So the university, or within the university, there is a department called the Office of Alumni Relations. That department is an entity of the university. Those who work in the Office of Alumni Relations are university employees. You know, they're paid by the university. They get their direction and guidance from the university. The National Alumni Association is a separate 501(c)(3) nonprofit organization. We are completely separate from the university. While we do, of course, support the university, we work quite frequently with the university, we are a completely separate entity. Our national leadership team are completely volunteers, right? We do not receive any income. We're not paid for any of the work that we do with the Alumni Association. None of the local chapter leaders receive any, compensation for the work that they do at the local chapter. We are all volunteers. So the National Alumni Association is a volunteer organization, while the DSU Alumni Relations is a department as part of the university. Okay, so just going to pause here for a moment before we continue with questions and comments from the survey. Okay, so now we're going to review some of the questions and comments that were submitted in advance of the forum through the survey link that was sent out by DSUAA. So the first question, how can membership information be edited or updated? Once we review all of these questions, we're going to do a walkthrough of the member portal. DSUAA has a member portal that you are able to log into and update your information. So you can update your information yourself directly through our member portal. If for some reason you do not want to utilize the member portal, or it's easier for you to just reach out to us, feel free to also just send us, an email or note, or contact us, giving us your updated contact information. Status of the new football stadium. At this time, we do not have an updated status. The expectation is that the university is going to provide status when they release their year report, or the year report that they provide at the start of the academic school year. So at this time, there's no updated status, but we do expect to receive status soon. Once we receive status, we'll of course be sure to share that information with membership. What is the amount we contribute to scholarships at the university? So during the last fiscal year, we contributed just under $25,000 in scholarships. The breakdown of that $25,000, a little bit more than $11,000 was from our Legacy Scholarship Fund. That is an endowment that we have with the university. The Legacy Scholarship is for children of alumni. So that was just above $11,000 in scholarships from that account. And then through our general scholarship account, which is other scholarships that DSUAA directly provides to students, we provided just above $13,000 in scholarships. So in total, during last fiscal year, we provided just under $25,000 in scholarships to university students.
Hey, Leah, this is Wesley. Do you want to briefly talk about I think it was last year or maybe 2 years ago, we started that endowment?
Oh, yes.
One specific to us.
Yes, thank you. During the convention of 2022, it was voted on by the membership, and we started a new graduate endowment scholarship. That scholarship is specifically going to be for alumni who return back to the university to pursue a graduate degree. So that endowment was established last year. It takes about 3 years before it becomes an active endowment, but $10,000 from our general scholarship account was donated to that endowment, to establish that endowment. Thank you, Wesley. Let's see. What is the best mechanism for alumni members who are interested in enhancing their participation to get involved? There's a few best mechanisms. The first is please join a local chapter or affinity group. They constantly are having different events and activities in addition to what we're doing at National that you would be more than welcome to participate in. So definitely encouraging joining a local chapter or affinity group. But in addition to that, at the national level, we have events and activities that we'd love for you to participate in, and also join a committee. We had the committees listed on a slide earlier. That's a great way to get involved because we need the help, right? The more, the merrier when it comes to working with the university, when it comes to working with the students. So please take the time out and reach out to us, reach out to a committee lead and get more involved that way. And then what password is required? If password is for email, why is it required? This is a comment that we received, or a question we received in the survey. We weren't quite sure of what this question was tied to. So if you're on the line and you did submit this question or comment, and if you don't mind further elaborating on it, that would be appreciated. It was our interpretation that maybe the password is required question was tied to the member portal, and we are going to give an overview of that portal shortly. It might have also been required for the new DSUAA discount portal, which we're going to give an intro to again shortly as well. So if it was one of those two options, we'll go over that shortly. But the goal of having a password is really just to keep your information safe and to give you access to the benefits that we have to provide. Okay, and so the last slide is some additional comments that we received in the survey. So increased student engagement, mentoring, career development opportunities, internships, and discussions. Thank you for that feedback. We're excited that we have that new student org on campus that we're going to be working hand in hand with. So there will be more opportunities this fiscal year to engage with the students throughout the year. And then constantly, as additional events and activities come up with the university that we're partnering on, we'll be sure to share that information with you all so that you can engage. We've also been working with different corporations. corporations will reach out to us and say, hey, can we engage with your alumni? We have some job opportunities. So we are working with corporations to provide some more career opportunities to alumni. We need more alumni as guest speakers at student events and more involved in building a winning athletic program, especially in the money sports. So when it comes to alumni as guest speakers, that's awesome. We have that student org this year. If you are interested in serving as a guest speaker, please reach out to us directly. Give us your contact info. We are going to connect you with those students. The students are planning events. We also plan on planning events, but working with the students on those events. So we'd love to have more alumni speakers engaging with the students in that way. And more involved in building a winning athletic program, especially in the money sports. Please reach out to us. We're interested in starting more affinity groups tied to specific aspects of the athletic program. We are also planning on inviting the athletic director back for another alumni forum to further engage with the alumni body. And then the exercise challenge needs to be broken down to age group or year graduated. Thank you for that feedback. Last year was the first time we did an exercise challenge in which we did the step challenge of, how many steps can you complete in a month. So this is great feedback because we do plan on bringing back an exercise challenge again this year. And so we'll make note for the future that it is recommended that the prizes and the participation in the rankings be broken down by either age or the year that someone graduated. So this is great feedback. Please keep it coming, right? The more feedback we receive, the more we can make adjustments to better suit our Alumni Association members. Okay, so this is all the information we received in advance. Do want to pause here before we do some demonstrations in case there's other questions or comments at this time.
Gwen stated, thank you for this information.
Awesome. Thank you, Ms. Dunning, and thank you, Gwen. Gwen is a fellow band alumni. Any other? Oh, yes. We'll start with Ms. Dunning and then we'll go to Bishop Douglas. Yes, Ms. Dunning?
Okay, I just wanted to compliment you on the Back on the Yard event we had last year. It was really nice and I'm looking forward to it this year. But last year you were able to allow some of us older alumni who are not technology, we were able to send our checks into your treasurer. I don't see that on the early bird special this time. It's just a link that we have to go to, but we were able to send it, I think, to the treasurer last year to check for our fee.
Thank you, Ms. Dunning. We'll make note of that. We'll update the form from last year and send it out. That way, anybody who does want to pay via check has the form to do so. And yes, the payment would still continue to go to Diane. So thank you. We'll make note of that and get that information out to members.
Okay, my second question is the alumni, the $1,000 fee for the life membership.
Yes.
I've been a life member a long time. When we paid $500, and then when they increased it, it doubled to $1,000. So I'm just wondering, has there been any consideration to offer a one-time special for the alum to join for maybe like $750 or something to give them more people incentive to join? Just a one-time deal for consideration.
Well, thank you for that feedback, Ms. Dunning. At this time, that has not been considered, but we'll make note of it and potentially bring it to the executive board for vote. Right now, the $1,000 is mentioned in our bylaws, and so that's what we are continuing. But if the executive board decides that it is potentially possible to provide some type of incentive by lessening the fee for a moment, we'll at least bring it up for discussion.
Just one-time deal, because that was a big jump from 500 to 1,000 at one time.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Dunning.
Okay.
And any other? Okay. Thank you, Ms. Dunning. Bishop Douglas?
Yeah, I was just wanting to know if you had any additional clarity regarding the purchase of pavers for the Alumni House, or do you have any alternative options that we can support the DSUAA, although we're supporting the foundation. There are several members out here who want to support DSUAA. So we're just asking the question if you have any alternative options regarding fundraising and the DSUAA Alumni House.
Thank you, Bishop Douglas, for your question. So the paver brick fundraiser that was hosted during the month of June, it was launched early June, and it's still ongoing. That paver fundraiser is hosted by the university's foundation. That fundraiser is not benefiting the Alumni Association financially. And so, yes, the national leadership team is currently brainstorming other ways that alumni can support the Alumni Association fundraising. So if there's any feedback on maybe recommendations of potential fundraisers, please share that with us. But there is something in the works, Bishop Douglas and those on the call, of potential fundraising opportunities to directly support the Alumni Association financially. Thank you. Are there any other questions and comments? So we'll start. I see Issa and then Arnold.
Yeah. Okay. For the football season ticket holders, I was told this year that I couldn't get my season tickets unless I also purchased the meal package for the meal plan. And I'm trying to figure out if that's definitely so. I mean, I've already paid it. It sounded like I didn't have a choice. But why should I have to, purchase food when I normally don't eat food during the games?
Okay.
So, but I that's one of the questions that, I put in writing to you. Okay. So I'm not expecting you to answer it right now. Now, another question. I was talking to someone I knew many years ago in the last 6 months, and he was telling me it appeared, and this might be old news, that Wesley College alums were upset when we purchased their school because they felt like we weren't really including them, as if it was a merger and not a purchase of their school. And I don't think they fully understand that, which probably needs to be cleared out. And to go along with that, and I know this is old news also, and I just recognize it, that we have a program or a school that's called Wesley College of Health and Behavioral Science. Now, why would we be calling our health, a program like that, promoting Wesley College, since they no longer exist in Dover, Delaware? I think something needs to be done with that. That's not even giving us credit. So somebody graduate from there, they say Wesley College. But you graduate from the business school, is the business school college? But anyway, if you can get those answers, I appreciate it. And they're spelled out in what I sent you.
Okay, thank you, Issa. In regards to the meal plan comment, we have taken note of that. We'll reach out to athletics and get some clarification on that, and we'll follow up. What we plan on doing is anything that we're not able to answer during this session, we will reach out, get clarification, and then when we send the recording for this session, we'll include like a note section answering some of those additional topics. So we have made note of that. In regards to the Wesley alumni, so yes, that is true that there were Wesley alumni who were upset. From a communication standpoint, it was not fully communicated to the Wesley alumni before the purchase happened that it was a purchase. Some of the communication that took place was that it was a merger, and that's not something the university communicated. That's just, communication between the Wesley alum or the Wesley community. So they are working on, of course, clarifying that, but naturally, it was expected that not everybody is going to be happy, right, when your university is purchased. Right, so not everybody's going to be happy when their university is purchased, but our Wesley affinity group that we have under the Delaware State University Alumni Association is doing their best to continue to engage with that population, let them know that they are welcome into our Delaware State University Alumni Association. And then the comment about the name of the college, that's feedback that we'll, of course, make note of and share with the university. For clarification, though, there's names of the colleges throughout the university, through Delaware State University. So there's, like you mentioned, the College of Business. When someone graduates from whether it's the new Health and Human Services, the Wesley College of Health and Human Services college, or whether they graduate from the College of Business, all of that, their degree will say Delaware State University. So just to confirm, although the university has chosen to name that aspect, that DSU downtown campus, as the Wesley College of Health and Human Services. They will still graduate as Delaware State University Hornets, and Delaware State University's name will be on their degree. Their degree will not have anything Wesley mentioned on their degree. So thank you again for that feedback, and we will follow up in regards to the meal plan. We then have Arnold, and then we'll take Eric. Arnold.
Hi, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good, good. Just a curious question. We had you hadn't gotten the information yet following the national convention on June 10th. So I was curious, did you ever get the numbers of participants and how we did financially for that day?
Yes. I honestly don't have that info off the top of my head, but we did complete our end of the year financial report. So that information would be included in there. Thank you, Arnold. Eric?
Thank you. Eric Seymour, Florida chapter. Just another note, and I brought this to the chapter's table many times. Once I was principal of Vero Beach High School, one of the winningest records, the winningest record, home record in the state of Florida, as far as football is concerned. And as principal, I was reaching out to Delaware State University. I know if you look at what happened to Jackson State and how Deion Sanders turned that around, it was primarily football that made the difference. My concern was that I offered some of the top athletes to Delaware State University, who at the time and now have gone to universities. I had 2 D1s and several D2s that were great football players. I could get Tennessee, Georgia, Alabama, just to name a few, Bethune-Cookman, Jackson State, University of Central Florida. I could not get Delaware State University, and I would have given them first dibs at some of the best athletes based on the fact that I know what Delaware State University offers and has to offer for our kids. The other thing is, now that I am assistant superintendent over the same school district, I hope that we can reach the recruiters from Delaware State University to get a message out. They're not reaching Florida. Florida has some of the best athletes, at least football players, in the nation. And not to have Delaware State University in the mix when you have an alumni in charge of athletics over a whole county, to me, is I don't understand it. So if you can jot that down and bring that to the attention of those that are in power, I will be willing to assist in any way possible.
Thank you, Eric, for that feedback. Yes, we absolutely will continue to share that information with the athletic director and the athletic department. Thank you. So at this time, I do not currently see any other hands raised. So what we're going to do is we'll transition to the demonstrations. During the demonstrations, please feel free to interrupt with any questions you have, or of course, raise your hand or put questions and comments in the chat box. What we would like to do, and you should still be able to see my screen, what we'd like to do is start with the website, our Delaware State University Alumni Association website. We'll then go to the member portal, and then we'll go to the deals page. We're going to move pretty quickly, right? Because just want to kind of keep things moving. We don't want to keep you all too long, but at the same time, again, if you have any questions or comments, need us to show something again, just let us know. Okay. So this is our Delaware State University website. It's DSUAlumniAssociation.com. Our website is really like the one-stop shop for information about the Alumni Association. On our homepage, you'll see our logo. If you ever need just a summary of who the Delaware State University Alumni Association is, you can grab that from our website. You'll then see a summary of what's actually included on our website, and then contact the DSUAA. If you go to our website and fill out this form, it will directly send us an email with your message. So if for some reason you're not sure of how to get a hold of us, you could do that directly through our website. So as part of the website, we have a calendar of events tab. Anytime you're just wondering, hey, what's going on with the Alumni Association? What events and activities are coming up that I could participate in? You can go to the calendar of events tab, and we strive to keep this updated at a minimum on a monthly basis, but our administrative assistant is doing a great job of keeping this updated more frequently. And so as you can see, the membership town hall took place today. And then as we scroll down, we'll see additional events and activities that are taking place. We can even click more events for some additional activities and events. So please visit this site or this tab on our website to see some of the upcoming events and activities. We then have a tab for local chapters. So if you're curious about how you can join a local chapter, visit the local chapter tab. It has all of the active chapters listed, as well as the contact information for their president. And so we have, scrolling down, all of the local chapters. There's currently 12 local chapters within the Alumni Association. We then have a tab for affinity groups as well. So we currently have 3 active affinity groups within the Alumni Association. Their contact information is here as well. At the bottom of both the local chapters and the affinity groups tab, you'll see information on how a new local chapter or a new affinity group can be started. And again, please reach out to us if you're interested. When you click the More tab, you'll see some of the tabs that just don't naturally show up right at the front of the website. So there's a Join DSUAA tab. This gives information about the memberships that exist through the Alumni Association. You'll see here the Class A, Class B, and Life membership options, the rights and benefits of members, and then just a new benefit that we launched to members. And then when you scroll down to the Become a Financial Member Today, this is a link directly to the member portal. So if you want to join the Alumni Association, and let's say you are unable to find the dues payment link, if you just go to our website, that information is accessible here. So you can just click the link, you can send someone else the link, it's available here. We go back to the More tab, past events. So we have a past events tab. We strive to keep this as updated as possible. That's something that we're going to improve this year, is our past events tab. This will be where, when we have an event such as today's event, you can come here and you would also be able to click the link to watch the recording of the event through this tab. So we've got several just previous events of things that we've done over the past couple of years, and we're going to continue to update this to include this event and other events that take place this year. Get more involved. Join a committee. So on this tab is where you receive all the committee information that we shared earlier in the presentation. It gives you the email of the contact of those committees, and it gives kind of an overview of what each committee's purpose is. There's also additional contact information if you want to reach out to either myself, Vice President Wesley, or our chaplain Cheryl directly. Their contact information is available here. And then feel free to reach out to our main DSUAA inbox in case you want to reach out to another officer directly as well. Scholarships. So last year, the website was updated to provide a scholarships tab. We're excited to share that students can apply for the DSUAA scholarships directly through our website. So instead of them having to go through some other outlet to apply and send their information to the Alumni Association, they apply for scholarships directly through this site. So at the top, you'll see an overview of our scholarships, what the requirements are. And then we go into a description of each scholarship. The Legacy Scholarship is housed through the foundation. We have an endowment that we have established through the foundation, and that's how our Legacy Scholarship is handled. The rest of the scholarships are through our general scholarship account of DSUAA. So we offer an educational scholarship, we offer an emergency needs scholarship. And when you scroll down, we have the application for both the education scholarship and the emergency needs scholarship. So the students complete and submit everything that's required for the scholarship directly through our website here. So if you know anyone who needs scholarships and they would like to apply, just send them to our website and they can apply directly from there. Key resources tab. Key resources tab at the top, we have a key links section. So we have a link to our member portal once again for those that would like to join the Alumni Association. We then have the link to the discount benefit. This is a separate website that you can get to directly from our main website. And then we have the link to our online Hornet store available. So we get questions, hey, where's the link to this? Where's the link to that site? If you go to our website, all of our links are available to you from there. And then when you continue to scroll down on the key resources tab, you'll see a copy of our bylaws. So if you would like to know additional information about the inner structure and workings of the Alumni Association through our bylaws, that is available there. You can download a copy of the local chapter and affinity group contact information, the committee information. This is the first year we're bringing back annual awards. So the information tied to those annual awards is also available on the website for anyone to download. And then when we scroll a little bit further, you'll see our newsletters. So we do send the newsletters out on a monthly basis via email. They're also frequently shared on our social media pages. If you would like a PDF version of our newsletter, you could download that directly from our DSUAA website. And we keep them, the archived newsletters too. So back and up until 2021, you can download a PDF of the newsletters. And then last but not least, if you'd like to get to know the elected officers or the appointed officers, if you'd like to get to know our leadership team further, we do have our information on the website as well. So just to summarize our website, all of the key links that you need access to can be obtained through our website, including, updated a list of events and activities through our calendar events, the local chapters, contact information, the affinity group contact information, and then a key resources tab, as well as applying for scholarships. So just want to pause here before we keep going to the other sites. Are there any questions tied to navigating our Alumni Association website?
Lee, it's Arnold again.
Yes.
Going back to upcoming events, I have a question. I was
Yes.
talking to an alum in Delaware just a couple of days ago, and they asked me if I was coming up for the alumni dinner coming up, I think she said in August. That's first I've heard about that. Do you know anything about what she's talking about? An alumni?
No, I'm not aware of what you're referencing, Arnold, but if you do receive more information and would like to share it with us, please feel free to do so.
Okay.
Are there any other?
Hi, Leah. I'm
yes.
sorry, it's Carmen. Do you think that alumni was referencing the scholarship luncheon that we're having and called it a dinner?
Oh, maybe. That would make sense. So thank you, Carmen.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. There's probably the 40th and the luncheon for Newcastle County.
Yeah, that makes sense, Carmen. That's possible. By the way, hi.
There it is right there, 820.
So Arnold, if you'd like, or if you need to share the information, we do have some of the information on the website, or feel free to, of course, reach out to Carmen directly.
I'd love to see you, Arnold. Talk to you later.
Cool. Okay.
Thanks. I think we got some cheap fares up there now.
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you. Are there any other questions or comments tied to the website? Okay. So next we'll go and give an overview of our member portal. So the member portal is where you can pay your national DSUAA dues. It is where you can update your contact information. There's a few other features, including downloading your digital membership card. You can do that through this portal. And then we can also post events and activities on this portal. We haven't necessarily done that yet, but that is something that we're working to do more of. So this is the homepage. Again, you can get to it from our DSUAA website. We also have several flyers kind of going on throughout social media that has a QR code that will take you to this link as well. So if you are a first-time never paid dues member, once you go to this link, you can just scroll down and this is where you would pay a membership. So for example, if I click join Class A, let's say I attended the university, I received my degree from the university and I want to join the Alumni Association, I would click join here. I then would follow the instructions of the portal. It's great to note that for those that might be paying on behalf of someone else, or you want to pay for several alumni at once, the portal does allow you to pay for up to 50 members at one time. So local chapters, if you're paying national dues for your members, you're able to do it directly through our portal at one time. For those of you that might have families with several DSU Hornets that want to join the Alumni Association, you can pay your dues all at once. Here at the top, after it describes what the membership is, so Class A regular membership, it mentions that this membership automatically rebills. The next payment will be collected June 30th. Rebill is completely optional. When you click this button here where it says switch to one time, If I click that button, I am unsubscribing from renewal, right? If you do want to utilize the automatic renewal option, you can switch back and it now says it will be automatically renewed. But if you prefer to not automatically have your dues payment renewed, just click this button. It will tell you that this membership does not automatically renew, and it will give you your expiration date of membership. So please note that there. As we continue down, this is where you can put your contact information for the first time. Your name, email is key, right? Because that's where you'd receive your receipt for payment. That's where we can add you to our distribution list. We request your phone number. We do not call you, right? But it's just great to have your contact information in case there's ever an emergency, or if you reach out to us and ask us to contact you, but we don't just, call for the sake of calling. Address, please provide the correct address. As mentioned, anyone who pays their dues receives a token of appreciation from the Alumni Association. We mail that directly to the address on file. You can then select your preferred membership card. This is the first time that this is an option here. This year, we are only mailing a physical membership card to those who select physical membership card. We're pushing more for the digital, right? It is expensive to mail and print cards. Also, it's just easier, right, to have a digital card on your phone. But we do understand that not everyone prefers a digital membership card. So if you do prefer a printed card, please make sure you update that section here. And then we ask for the year you graduated, and if you are a member of a local chapter or affinity group, and if there's any other comments that you have listed below. I do see Bishop Douglas, you have raised your hand. Do you have a question, Dr.? Yes.
I think I saw it near the end. My question would have been, if we're going to, let's say we have 11 members that have paid their both national and local dues, and we're trying to get the dues to headquarters. But I saw at the end where you can add a member. So we can just keep repeating this process over again. And
yes.
Therefore, got it.
Yes, and right now I just have quantity 1 selected at the top, but if I click like quantity 6, you'll see it automatically populates the fields for all the members that you want to provide payment for. And then for those that are members of a local chapter affinity group, want to again emphasize selecting your local chapter affinity group. It gives us at National the opportunity to automatically include you in the count for your local chapter affinity group. Local chapters and affinity groups, of course, keep their own roster. We work hand in hand together, right? But it's easier from a national perspective if you do go ahead and select your local chapter or affinity group when paying your dues. So it's automatically registered to your profile. Okay, so that is the process for when you're paying your dues for the first time. I'm going to go back and log into the portal because I've already paid my dues, right? So when you go to this homepage and you have already paid your dues, and let's say you want to renew your dues for the next fiscal year, or let's say you just want to update your contact information. At the top right, you'll see the word login. I'm going to go ahead and press login. And then it's going to ask you for your email address. So my email address, let me type it in. So my email address is here. I then press look up email, and it will take me to the page where I can go ahead and log in. So this is where you would have a password. Your password is established after you pay your dues for the very first time. So at this time, I'm going to go ahead and log in using my email that's on file and my password. Once I am logged in, you can then see my photo is at the top right. If you've ever logged in the past, you can edit your profile and upload a photo. So if you want to, upload a photo, this is the photo that also shows up on your virtual membership card. So I've added a photo, so that's how I know that I am logged in as myself, right? So then when I scroll down, I can see my membership status. I can see when I joined the Alumni Association. The join date for the majority of our members is July 1st. It does not mean that they didn't join prior to July 1st, but July 1st is when we started. That's the fiscal year in which we started using this membership portal. So that is the majority of members' join date. If you do have a specific date on file that you joined prior to that, feel free to share it with us and we'll update the data. Anyone who has joined recently, when they make their first dues payment, it will automatically reflect the date that they made their first dues payment as their join date. You can then see your expiration date. So if you're a life member, your dues do not expire. If you pay your annual dues, you will have the expiration date listed. If you're making payments towards your life member in progress dues, right? We said that you have up to 3 years to make to complete your $1,000 payment, you will see the expiration date of when your last payment should be completed in order to become a life member of DSUAA. We then have the member ID. 95% of the time, the member ID is going to be the exact same, what's listed here as to what you'll use for the discount portal that we're going to share in a moment. So we've gotten some questions of, hey, what's my member ID? If you log into the portal here, this is the member ID that you would use for that discount portal. So as I continue to scroll, you then can see all of your contact information. So if you ever have questions and let's say you move or you get a new phone number, what information does DSUAA have on file for you? You can view that directly here. If I scroll down at the bottom here, it says edit membership info. If I click edit membership info, I then have access to update any of my contact information. So you can first view what we have on file. And then if you do need to make updates, just click edit membership information and make any changes here. So I'm going to go ahead and just click update information to go back to the page. So I'm once again viewing my membership information. As I scroll down further in the same line, we'll see a membership card. This is where you can view your digital membership card. So I'm going to go ahead and click view membership card. And now online, I can see my digital membership card. It states that you're active. If you weren't active, it would state that your card is expired. It will state your name, your membership type, and your member ID. In order to download your digital membership card onto a technology or electronic device, you would click send card. The card would be sent to your email. And then on the electronic device that you would like to download your membership card on, you would then go through the steps of saving that membership card onto your device. I think it was last week we sent out detailed instructions on how to do that. But if you ever have any questions or concerns, feel free to reach out to us. We can assist you with that as well. But this is the page that you would go ahead and send yourself the membership card and download it directly onto your electronic device of your choosing. So from here, I'm just going to go back to the main page. And so this again is the main page of just if I want to pay my dues. So let's say I'm logged in and I want to renew my dues. I can click one of these membership options and renew my dues once again as well. So are there any questions or comments tied to how to utilize the member portal? Okay, thank you. So please continue to spread awareness that if alumni need to update their information, they can do that through this portal. And then of course you can pay your dues through this portal. So at this time, we're gonna continue on in transition. So the last item on the agenda, and we do appreciate everyone who has attended this forum. The last item is the discount benefit. We did record a session last year that walked through the discount benefit in great detail. So we're not gonna do too much of a walkthrough today, but when you go to the link, you would click, if you're a first-time user, you would click sign up. And from the sign up page, you would enter your information, your member ID, and you would create a password. Anyone who is a financial member of DSUAA already has access. So you would just need to sign up to initiate and activate your access to this page. For those who have previously logged into the portal, you would press the sign in option. And so I'll go ahead and sign in. And then you have access to the portal. Your name should be at the top right. You'll see our logo again on the top left. And this is where you can utilize all the different benefits that we have available. There's a lot of coupons here. You can download the app on your phone and it looks like this, and you can look up and have a coupon on your phone. I've definitely gone to different stores, food places, and got a discount using a coupon on my phone. We have travel. If you click travel, you can actually look up different hotels that you want to potentially utilize on a trip. You can look up different flights, see what discounts are available from an overall travel perspective. You can purchase tickets to events, to concerts. You can purchase tickets to like Kings Dominion and amusement parks. Eat is where you can obtain the discounts on various food items. Play, different activities and events that you'd like to go to are also available there. And then shop, right? Who doesn't love to shop? There's different like clothing discounts through that page. So once you log in, the hardest part is just logging in, right? If you're a first-time member, you just need to quickly go through, put your information, establish your password. After you've logged in for the first time, you just go to the login, you utilize your password, and you can take advantage of this benefit. So there's several options here that I'm showing on the left. If anyone wants to go to Disney World or just eat, play, shop, general hot deals to see what's out there. All of that is available through this portal, and it is all who have paid their national dues or renewed their dues have access to this, literally starting when you pay your dues. So just wanted to pause there in case there's any direct questions tied to this portal. And we do have, again, the link to the recording in which we really walked through it further last year. Yes, Coach Barry.
Hey, Leah, Jeff Berry, class of 99, now in Charlotte alumni. Also a part of the Prisoner Storm back in the day. But the website, does the university receive, or does the Alumni Association receive any type of compensation for utilizing that discount program?
No, we do not receive any compensation. This is a benefit that the Alumni Association is paying for that members can utilize.
Thank you.
Thank you. Antoinette?
And just for those that occasionally shop at Amazon, this is where you start. Go through this portal to get through the Amazon site, and there's discounts there as well. So don't shop Amazon unless you go through this first, because it's a great way to get some discounts too.
Nice. Thank you, Antoinette. Dr. Jones?
The life membership, is it updated from way back when?
Yes. If you paid your life membership dues, 30 plus years ago, we have you listed as a life member. We have that information.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So with that, that is everything that we wanted to share. Wesley, did you have a comment?
No, I didn't. I just going to chime in with Antoinette. I use that portal for Sam's Club.
Nice. Yes, Ms. Dunning?
Yeah, I don't have a question. If you were getting ready to go off, I just have a comment. And I mentioned this to you before at the local convention. When you get ready to consider different kinds of fundraisers, if you'll recall, I asked you to see if we can consider bringing back the Legacy Hall of Fame banquet, because that was a great fundraiser. And it's been a lot of years since we've had that. And we do have alumni that need to be recognized.
Yes, thank you for that feedback. We have made note of that. Yep, we're definitely exploring fundraising.
Yeah, it's Arnold.
Yes, Arnold.
One comment I just wanted to share with the group, excuse me, is that, as you know, I've used it quite a bit. And one great feature on travel is when I've looked at hotels or cars, it not only gives you the price, but it also gives you a price comparison to some of the other big boys like Expedia, some of those others. So it's even cheaper than them in most cases. So I definitely urge you to sign up. You paid for it, and it's very helpful.
Great. Thank you, Arnold. So with that, we currently do not see any other hands raised or anyone else off of mute. So we just want to thank you all. It means a lot to us when you want to engage with us, right? Because we need to hear from you all. We want to ensure that you are enjoying your membership experience. We want to ensure that what is being provided to you all as members is something that those who are not members would be interested in. So this is the first forum of the year. Please continue to reach out to us anytime throughout the year, but we do plan on having additional sessions throughout as well. So thank you everyone for participating. We look forward to staying connected with you. Have a nice day.
Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you, Dr. Jones.
Good job.